So let's take a look at that. And you don't need to sign up or anything, just click here. So Python's a programming language, and we're going to work on that this week. So let's take a look at the first one here. So what you're going to do, instead of send message hello friends, what they want you to do is they want you to change that. Okay, so they want you to change it to what's your favorite trivia topic. So I'm going to type in what's your favorite trivia topic. What's your favorite trivia topic? Question mark. Okay, and after I have that, I'm going to check. Okay, and then I could test. So you click check down here, and then you click test. Okay, so that one's complete. And here's our chat box that we're programming in Python. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so now we're on to the second one, number 2. And for the second one, what they want you to do is we're going to, the chatbot will ask a question and the user will answer. And then the chatbot will respond accordingly. So what you need to do is you need to sort of set a response that's going to happen automatically. Maybe you've seen this in Facebook where there's a bot that sends an automatic message to somebody, or another app or something where that happens. But that's what we're going to do here. So we have the function here. First we have the question, what's your favorite trivia topic? And it says call the function read message and save the return value food. And what we're going to do is we're going to take out that food part. I'm going to say read message. Say read. Oh, let me take this out here. Read message. Okay, and it's going to say awesome. I love trivia questions on, and then it's going to have the response on the response. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's test that out. Let's test. So you see what happens. He says sports, and then the bot automatically gives a response. So this is how people program in Python to get an automatic response. So like I said, sometimes they'll do this in Facebook or different apps like that. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to say. Whenever you write code, make sure to test that your code works correctly. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it purposely fail a test. The test will pass if the chatbot says awesome. I also love trivia questions on sports after the user replies with his or her favorite trivia category. Hit test to test the chatbot. Okay, so this didn't work. He said, I also dislike trivia. So we don't want that. We have to fix this. So we have on the top here, number 2, response equals read message, send message. Awesome. I also love trivia questions on, and then you see it has plus response. Okay, so that's how it has the topic up here, trivia. It's going to plug it in for us. So let's check. Okay, and then we test it out. Okay, so we're programming it in here that it takes the topic that we spoke about, which is the trivia topics, and his response is sports, so it's going to plug that in. So it took his response, sports, and it plugs it in here. The way it does that is through this code. Awesome. I also love trivia questions on plus response, which is his response is here. So we were programming it to say, look, take his response and say, oh, I love trivia on sports. Okay, so this is how people program these bots. And here we're using Python, but they program it so that it makes it look like it's a person, but it's really a bot that's responding, because you take the person's response and you plug in your code. Okay, now we're on to the fourth one, and you could close this off here if you want to close this up. And what we need to do is we need to come up with a welcome message. So here's the welcome message that they want. We're going to copy that, and we're going to put it into here on the top, and we're going to paste it. And then what they want us to do is they want us to go at the end here and do a quote, and then we're going to do a slash here. And remember, the slash has got to go from the top left to the bottom right. Then you do enter. Okay, so they want it to look like this. And that's going to be our welcome message. And then what we're going to do is over here, we're going to say send message. And what message do you want? We want to say the welcome message. So we want to put welcome here. Okay, so we're saying bring the function welcome, and the welcome equals hi. Let's put your knowledge to the test. So then you check it, and you check it, and then you open this and you test. Oh, let's take a look here. Let's see what's wrong here. Oh, we got to put a quote here. I'm sorry, I forgot to put a quote on this one. Okay, you got to have the quote on the first line and also a quote on the next line. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so now we're on to the fifth. For the fifth one, what we need to do is we need to come up with a answer, a question and answer that, so automatically you're going to have a welcome message and a welcome answer. So we have, here's going to be the welcome message. Hi, let's put your trivia knowledge to the test. And then they're going to say, which game is played in the Super Bowl, right? That's going to be our question. So we got to come up with an answer for them. The answer is going to be football, not basketball, football. Okay, so I got to be up. Basically football. So now we're going to send them the question, and then we have to send, after they have the question, we've got to put the answer in. So we put send message. Okay. Now, what do we want to say? We want to see the answer. So we're going to copy this exactly, but don't put question, put answer. So we put trivia, and then what am I going to do after trivia? I'm going to do the brackets, quotes, answer, and enter the quotes in the bracket. So now we go down here, we check, and we check, and we test. And it says, hey, let's put your knowledge to the test. Which game plays football? And then the guy says football. Okay, very good. Okay, so that's that one. Let's look at the next one. Okay, now we're on to, this is the fifth question. Okay, now we're going to do conditional if-then statements. So just as we would say in Scratch, if-then, we're going to do that here in Python. So we're going to say, if the person gets the answer right, we're going to say good job. So the question is going to be, what city do the Simpsons live in? If they say Springfield, we want to program this to say good job. So how are we going to do this? We're going to use conditional if-then. So we click here, we put if, and what's the condition? If the response, okay? If the response is correct. So if they say the correct response, so we're going to put, if we put response, we do a space, we do equal, equal. Okay, equal, and then with trivia. Okay, so put trivia, click in the trivia. If they get the trivia, and I'm going to put a bracket like this, and I'm going to say answer. Okay, answer pops up, and it should look like this. If their response is equal to the trivia answer, so here's trivia answer. So if their response is the trivia answer, so if they say Springfield, what do I want to do? I want to send a message. I want to send a message with the quote. What do I want to say? I want to say good job. Good job. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I check. Now I can test it. I open this up. I can test. So let's put your test. They said Springfield, and I say good job. Okay, so that's that one. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, for number 7, what we want to do is we want to program the bot that he says something if the person gets the answer wrong. So the last one we had good job. Now we have to do if the person says, if they get it wrong. So what are we going to do if they get it wrong? Well, let's put it in here. So we have if, then, else. So if they give the response Springfield, we're going to say good job. What else could we say? Well, if they don't get it right? So if they say Springfield, then we say good job. Else, we put in else, we click this, and then we have to put the little colon here. What else could we say? We're going to send the message. So we send the message. And what are we going to put in quotes? We're going to put wrong in here. Oh, we'll put wrong. Okay, so let's test it out. So we're saying if they say Springfield, we say good job. If then, right? If they say Springfield, then say good job. Else, if you can't say good job, what are you going to say? You say you got it wrong. Click test. So see what happens. He says New York, so we say he got it wrong. Okay, for this one here, what we're going to do is we want to give the answer away in the question. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to reference the trivia up here. So we're going to say, the correct answer is, and then you see we have percentage. So the correct answer is the percentage sign, and we have to tell the computer where to get the answers from. So we're going to say trivia answer. So we're going to say wrong, the correct answer is, and then we tell the computer, go to the trivia and give them the answer. So let's take a look. So, wrong. I'm sorry about that. We're going to go over here. And what do we have to put? We have to put trivia, okay? Because we're going to the trivia section. And then what do we need to do from the trivia? What do we want? The question? Or we're going to do a bracket. We want the answer. So we put answer, quote, answer. And then here's where it gets tricky. You have to put the parentheses like that, the brackets I should say, and then at the end you got to put the parentheses to close it in. Okay, so let's check it. That looks good. So now what's going to do, it's going to say, ask the guy the question. If he gets it wrong, then say wrong. The correct answer is, and then it goes back to the trivia and says, give the trivia answer. So percentage here means go to trivia. The percentage is like a placeholder, so it means go to trivia and give the answer. So now let's go over here. Let's give it a test. Okay, so that's that one. That's the 8th question. Okay, so for this one, we want to have the chat send different messages. So we have a list of greetings. We have greetings, hello, greetings, I will ask you trivia questions, let's test your knowledge, I bet you will ace it. So these are different greetings. So we're going to tell the bot either send this greeting, or this greeting. So we have different greetings that the bot can send. So here's how we do it. We have to copy it exactly like this. So we're going to say send message, and this is a variable, and we're going to say greetings, greetings. And now we're just going to put greeting, and I use the bracket 1. Okay, so greeting 1. Then I'm going to say send message variable greeting 2. Greetings, bracket 2. Brackets 2, and then send message greetings 3. They did for me. So let's check. That looks good. Let's check. Looks good. And then we open this up, and now it's going to send all these greetings. So now we do test. It says, it's going to say, hello there. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. I bet you it is your knowledge. And the chat ended. Okay, so that's the way you set up a chat box to give different greetings. And this is called a list. So this is the list of greetings. So you could say, send greeting hello, or send greetings, I will test your trivia. So that's how we send the list of greetings. So here what we want to do is we want to have the list, and we want to loop them to make it easier to send. So we want to send all of them using a for loop. So it's going to make it easier to send the messages. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to say for G over here, and G is going to be for greetings, right? So we use for, and then for G in greetings, okay, for G in greetings. And we're going to just, let me move this out of the way here. Let me move this to the top so everybody could see. Okay, so we're going to say for the G in greetings, what do we want to do? We want to say all of these things. Okay, so we're going to say when you see the G, that's representing all of the greetings. So this is going to make it easier to send our message. And then we're going to take this out here, and let's put send message variable. We're going to call it G. Okay, so this is telling us when you have the G in greetings, you're going to send that message. So let's take a look. And we're going to test. So what this is doing is just going to send all these. Hello there. I bet you can test your knowledge. I bet you will ace it. And we're just going to send all those here. So let's take a look. And that's how we send those messages. Okay, so for this one here, what we want to do is we want to send the questions here. So we have to send the questions here. So how are we going to do it? We're going to just use, instead of greetings, we're going to use for T and trivia, right? Because now we're doing trivia. So for the T and the trivia quiz, what do we do? Because here's our trivia quiz here, right? So we're referring to these questions and answers. Now we want to send what? The questions. So you're going to send message. Okay, send message. Oh, sorry about that. Send message. And then we're going to say send message, bracket T. And we're going to, now we have to do, I'm sorry, parentheses. Then we have the bracket, and we do quotes, questions, question. Okay, and then so make sure you got the send message T, the bracket, and then you got the quote, the questions, the parentheses. So let's take a look. So now we're going to say, for the T in trivia, send the questions. So now it's going to send the questions to the person. Okay, and now that wants to test it. So you see, it sends them the questions. It sent them what's the name of Harry Potter's school? What was the name of the princess? So that sends the questions.